What's going on YouTube? It's calsoscoped. I'm back with another one for you guys, and today's video is going to be the first of a series where I'm just going to be going across and picking out some of my favorite designers and best designers that I think are on the internet and trying to recreate a project that's not like theirs exactly, but a similar style to that artist, graphic designer, whatever you want to call it. The first that we're doing is Derek Ho, and you guys see his work right here on screen. Incredible work, and I really like the way that he plays around with his light sources and just the balance of darks to lights and just the glows that he also includes in his design. So with that being said, I got into this Photoshop and I decided I want to do a John Wall design. So that is going to be the first person that we're starting off this series with, a John Wall design, and basing off of Derek Ho's art style. Let's get it. Alright guys, so starting off, I just masked out my player John Wall and stuff like that, but the main thing that you want to take away from this video is just how I put my scene all together. The things that I really have been really conscious of doing is using color balance, levels, hue and saturation, and also if you guys hadn't checked out my previous video that I posted in my last tutorial, it's on how to match colors to a scene in under 5 minutes, and that way I add a 50% gray and then I can see all the colors that I'm using when I put that saturation up, because it's showing me all of the purest tones of saturation, because saturation is color at its purest form. And what I really focused on in this piece is making a scene that's not only just interesting but has a good display of dark to light colors, or warm and cool colors, because that's what Derek Ho is really good at doing. Like you will always see when he's doing his pieces, he has like nice like purples and then mixed in with the yellows, or whenever he has a color, he's really good at using the color wheel to bring out some nice tones of color in his work. So I wanted to focus on that with this John Wall piece, and I also wanted to add the fantasy element, so adding volcanoes and rocket ships and lava, things like that to the scene also made it feel to me like this is a Derek Ho style piece. But you guys are definitely obliged to let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think at the end of this. But you guys see, right now I'm just making my scene using my color balance and my levels, and then playing around on my multiply and linear dodge blending modes. That's something that I really think you guys should start using more, linear dodge and multiply, because it's better than using exposure, honestly, in my opinion, because you can get the actual tones of color to their purest form, not just guessing with exposure and curves and things like that to just bring the brightnesses down and bring the lights up, right? So that's something that I really focused on here. And then you guys see, I just wanted to add a bunch of elements. I ended up adding actually molten lava to the basketball, bringing in those fantasy elements, put some fire on John Wall's jersey, everything like that. And through every step of this piece, I was just really careful, and I made sure that every piece counts on this composition, because that's what we get stuck in a lot of times, where we don't make sure that every piece of the composition, it really counts, and we'll just add things in like layers. You'll add in layers and you're just like adding them in, but there's not really a point to do so. So what I would say when you're designing is make sure every layer that is new on there, it has a meaning, and you take your time and you put that love and desire into your pieces. Every piece should have meaning and purpose. Every layer should have meaning and purpose. You know what I mean, right? So even on this rocket ship, it's like the small details that really count. I made sure to put those rockets logos on there instead of just leaving it as a USA rocket ship like I might have done in the past. Just taking my time and making sure everything comes together smooth and clean and crisp. Another really good tip that I'd give you guys is make sure that when you're doing this, just get your composition all together first before you start trying to add so many little details, because you can add a bunch of little details when you're like really done with the composition. But make sure the composition looks all good, the displacements are all there that you need, the distortments of your scene, and things that are important like your vanishing points, horizon lines. Just double check those before you go too deep into doing intricate details, because you don't want to have to go all the way back in your piece. Or sometimes if you don't want to go all the way back in your piece, I know myself, I'll just be like, all right, I'm done with this, and never come back to it. So make sure you guys get the composition all together first before you start doing little details. But that being said, The design is almost finished here. You guys see I'm just adding in the molten lava, and then that was pretty much it besides adding a color lookup and camera raw. Alright guys, so now you guys see on screen the design and how it came out. You guys let me know what you think about it down below. Like I always say, when you guys take reference or try to make concepts like another designer, don't copy what they do exactly. Always when I do this, I'm gonna make sure that I include elements that I usually have that makes my type of art recognizable to whatever I'm trying to reference it to. But always taking inspiration from other people is never a bad thing. And shout out to Derek Hogue. Make sure you guys go follow him on the gram if you guys do not already. Really dope art. Don't know if he'll see this or not, but we always showing love, man, and it's always cool to try and pick up some new things from different artists. I'm always doing it, and it's just really fun. So let me know what other graphic designer / artist you guys want me to try next to make a composition like. But with that being said, that's gonna do it for the video. Make sure you guys drop a like down below, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Alright, it's been calsoscoped. Stay scoped, guys. Peace.
A Jedi uses the Force for knowledge and defense, never for attack.